This video was brought to you by Markus Bil, Elbilmek, ABRP, Stormberg, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Today I'm going to talk about the KGM Torres EVX. It's going to be try to make it as condensed as possible video about what I think about this car. It's like a short review summary. So it's a Korean brand, and it has the BYD Blade LFP battery and 1 million and 10-year battery warranty. And it costs only 430k NOK in Norway. That is not counting winter tires, but still a quite affordable car. And then when it comes to range, it is quite efficient for a spacious car like that. Drag coefficient, someone claimed that it was 0.33, so not the best. So I noticed that at low speed, I managed to get quite good, quite low efficiency numbers. I mean, quite low consumption numbers, sorry, but at high speed, then it became worse. So it's not the best range in the class. And then when it comes to acceleration noise, see that according to spec, it's supposed to do it in 8.1, and it did it in 7.7, so that is good, slightly better than spec. So it has 207 horsepower, 20,060 kilograms. And yeah, what else is it? When it comes to noise, well, by the way, I have to show it. It has a Nexen tires. I'm not sure how good they are. Maybe they are great. And here, when it comes to noise, 66.7 decibels. So compared to other cars, actually right in par with Model S, with the new one, with noise cancelling. And what else? A recent test. So maybe not the best, but still in the upper half. See, if we look at this table here, how many rows do we have here roughly in the summer test? Well, we actually had 100. Okay, so it comes on place number 20-ish, wasn't it? So I think it's, I mean, it's okay. It's not the quietest car out there, but quite acceptable. And then about 1,000 kilometer challenge and charging. So I've done a charging test, and we can see it here, the red, yeah, this is the red line. So it goes actually to 120 kilowatt, that's the max, but then it can maintain it flat until 50%. Then it gets just a slight dip compared to some of the other ones. You see the other BYDs, they get a really big dip, but that could be because of thermal. So these BYD cars, they tend to rapid gate, whereas the KGM here that I tested seems to have a lot flatter curve, more like the Model Y rear-wheel drive when it was cold also, you see. Whereas the other BYD cars, this up and down here is because of rapid gate. So for a starting session, I didn't have any car scanner support, so that's why I have to record Ioniq charging screen, which means that what you see here is slightly less than what goes into the battery. In the car's display, we actually get a number that is a little bit lower. So for example, 115 kilowatt right now, there might be 1 or 2 kilowatt going into cooling, and then what goes in the battery is slightly less than that. But if we skip here a little bit, you see that we get a nice and flat curve. Voltage is also not changing much because this is LFP battery, and all the way until 49%, and then suddenly it has a little dip. Let me skip to there. Oh, actually, yeah, there, 148, 49, and then it drops. But then it drops and still maintains okay speed. And look, it has taken less than 20 minutes. So I mean, it's not as fast as some of the fastest charging cars, but still, given the size of the battery and also the price for the car, I think this is pretty good performance. Now this time I don't do any direct comparison with other cars, but just giving you an idea of what it looks like. So you see that to go to 75% takes half an hour. Yeah, or if you want to go 80%, it will take roughly 32 minutes. I think that's highly acceptable. But okay, towards the end, I can show that towards the end, past some over 80%, then it goes slow. So then, yeah, it might be a good idea to move to the next charger. I was quite impressed when I tested the Torres during 1,000 kilometer challenge, because, you know, what I've seen in the past is that the BYD cars, they seem to have not so good thermal management in combination with somewhat bad software. So they actually tend to replicate, despite that they have liquid cool, active cool system. And that was not the case for the KGM Torres. It performed remarkably well. It was consistent, no rapid gate. Every time I would get the same charging curve, even if I hammered it, no problem, no overheating. So it's like in the right hands, you know, the BYD battery is from China, but in the right hands, in a Tesla or in the KGM, then the performance is outstanding. So it ended up doing the challenge in 10 hours and 45 minutes. It's not the best in class, but I mean, it's still okay for its size and its price. And the fact that you can charge relatively fast to 80% and go around 200 kilometers between each charge means that it is actually okay. When it comes to interior, this is a very spacious car, like I mentioned. It has a freaking huge trunk. In the banana box test, I measured 15 banana boxes in the trunk. That is humongous. It has a 12-volt outlet also in the trunk. And when you fold the seats, you can fit 30 banana boxes. Also the best in class, roughly 5 more banana boxes than competitors like Model Y or MVP cars like Skoda Enyaq and ID4. One minus is that the ISOFIX is a bit hidden or not that easy to access, and also no ISOFIX in the front seat. But I like that we have seat adjustments in the front seat when you are in the passenger. I mean, very convenient to have the seat adjustment there rather than having to reach over to the regular buttons. And then the second row, they can actually recline a little bit, giving you that extra comfort, and also plenty of headroom and also plenty of legroom. So really remarkable how much space they managed to free up there. And a small minus is that there is no glass roof. Some other minuses with that car is that the headlights are a little bit weak. You just have to get a LED bar. And then software on the car is not the best. Also, some of the design is not the best. There's like black text on dark background, not easy to read. Stereo sound system stereo is also not that great, and it's only front wheel drive. So you know, maybe not the car you want to go on off-roading with. And then okay, so quick summary is that, you know, this is not a very well-known car, not a hyped car, definitely. It seems like maybe it wasn't advertised that much, so people don't know about this car. Even I didn't know about it, but it is a hidden gem. For the price you get, you know, a very good car for the money. And when it comes to space, it is just the best space in that class. You have to buy cars that cost twice as much to get that kind of space. And okay, it doesn't have the best range, but because of the flat charging curve, it actually makes traveling far still okay. So I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.